Hello, folks. How are you doing today? This is Kim Reads Urantia here. But first, we're going to read a little bit from Light the Flame by Andrew Harvey. This is an African shamanic prayer. It's the prayer for the white lions. You are the great beasts of the sun. You are as lovely as blooms that spring from the earth. You are as magnificent as the sun at dawn. O lions that are white, make our hearts as great as yours. Okay, so I'm impressed that this is identifying lions, of course, with the sun, with Leo the lion, and Leo is the home of the sun. The symbol is the sun. Symbol of Leo is the sun, and I also am struck by the parallel here. Okay, so this is African tribal prayer, and they're talking about white lions or albino lions. And in Native American tradition or Lakota tradition, which I love, they talk about the white buffalo calf as being this sign. So that's marvelous. Okay, so I didn't know there's white lions. Well, there's a rock band, White Lion. Remember them? Yeah. But I didn't know that albino lions, that was a thing. I didn't know that. So okay. Okay, good, beautiful. And I think that's just not to say anything. I dislike all this, white. The color white means purity and superior something, and I don't think that it's rooted in that. I think it's rooted in just that a white lion, just like a white buffalo, an albino person, is something extraordinary, and beautiful in a very unique way, special way. Okay, let's just go on here. We've got a little bit to read today. Today we're reading about Christianity's problem. Okay, paper 195, part 9, Christianity's problem. Do not overlook the value of your spiritual heritage, the river of truth running down through the centuries, even to the barren times of a materialistic and secular age. In all your worthy efforts to rid yourselves of the superstitious creeds of past ages, make sure that you hold fast to the eternal truth. Be patient. When the present superstition revolt is over, the truths of Jesus' gospel will persist gloriously to illuminate a new and better way. So, all you people that are so disillusioned with religion and Christianity, and it's okay. Don't just give up on those people. It's better to work within the system, and there are really good Christian churches out there that aren't trying to dominate your mind, or you change your way of life, or that accept you for who you are, and break free of the superstition, but don't give up on the people, I think, and don't give up on the church. I did that. I didn't know where its true value was either. You didn't know. I didn't know. I thought it was just a bunch of hoo-ha, but there's a lot to this. There's a lot more to it then yeah, they put out a lot of crap. But there's find out about Jesus. Find out about what Jesus said, who he really was, before you just um, throw away all of this. Yeah, there's a lot that needs to be changed and cleaned up, um, but don't think twice before you throw it away. But paganized and socialized Christianity stands in need of new contact with the uncompromised teachings of Jesus. It languishes for lack of a new vision of the Master's life on earth. A new and fuller revelation of the religion of Jesus is destined to conquer an empire of materialistic secularism and to overthrow a world sway of mechanistic naturalism. Urantia is now quivering on the very brink of one of its most amazing and enthralling epics of social readjustment, moral quickening, and spiritual enlightenment. Oh my gosh, we've been on this brink for 100 years. Can we please get off the brink? It's time. Please, okay, people. But I think this is really, I don't know, something's breaking. I feel it. Okay, the teachings of Jesus, even though greatly modified, survived the mystery cults of their birth time, the ignorance and superstition of the Dark Ages, and are even now slowly triumphing over the materialism, mechanism, and secularism of the 20th century. And such times of great testing and threatened defeat are always times of great revelation. Religion does not need new leaders. I thought it did. Spiritual men and women who will dare to depend solely on Jesus and his. Oh, it says religion does need new leaders. Sorry. Religion does need new leaders. Religion does need new leaders. Spiritual men and women who will dare to depend solely on Jesus and his incomparable teachings. If Christianity persists in neglecting its spiritual mission while it continues to busy itself with social and material problems, the spiritual renaissance must await the coming of these new teachers of Jesus' religion, who will be exclusively devoted to the spiritual regeneration of men. And then will these spirit-born souls quickly supply the leadership and inspiration requisite for the social, moral, economic, and political reorganization of the world. Okay, but we kill these people when they come. These leaders, Martin Luther King. Sorry, I've got cat fuzz on me. Martin Luther King, Gandhi, yeah. All these people who come forward, with this new vision, I don't know, they get killed, don't they? Yeah, that makes it really hard. Even if they're not, religious leaders. Well, the traditional religion has been co-opted a lot into this whole, I don't know. I don't want to get political on this, but yeah. Yeah, let's not kill our truth sayers, you guys. Okay. The modern age will refuse to accept a religion which is inconsistent with facts and out of harmony with its highest conceptions of truth, beauty, and goodness. The hour is striking for a rediscovery of the true and original foundations of present-day distorted and compromised Christianity, the real life and teachings of Jesus. Okay, this is the time. This is the time for this book to come. Okay? I think this is the right time. Please. Okay. Primitive man lived a life of superstitious bondage to religious fear. Modern civilized men dread the thought of falling under the dominance of strong religious convictions. That's totally where it's at. That's totally where it's at. But only people could just perceive that this is real freedom. That I have never been more free to express myself this way. Here, I've never been able to do anything like this. I mean, come on. This is me talking. I'm the little dormouse. I'm the fly on the wall. I don't talk. I don't do stuff like this. Shoot. But I can do this. And if you're new to Urantia, the ethic, see, and this doesn't hold sway in all groups, but I don't believe that this talks about the individual's relationship with God as being sacrosanct, so nobody can tell you what your relationship with God should be, and what I'm not going to tell anybody what to believe. I can tell you what I believe. I'm not going to tell you what you should believe. I want to be able to share with you. I want to be able to communicate with you and understand you. I don't want to shame or ridicule anybody's truly held beliefs. The human experience is so diverse. Okay, so I'm not going to try to dominate anybody. I'm just saying what I think, what I feel. But this is giving me the courage to do that, the validation. It's like, yeah, I count. I'm for real. And so are you. All right. Thinking man has always feared to be held by a religion. Yeah. Held or bound, I think, would be a great word there. When a strong and moving religion threatens to dominate him, he invariably tries to rationalize, traditionalize, and institutionalize it, thereby hoping to gain control of it. By such procedure, even a revealed religion becomes man-made and man-dominated. Right, because religion is trying to be in control of God. And that's backwards, but that's what it's always done, kind of. And I think that people are wary. Thinking people are like, well, I ain't gonna have a part in that, and that's right. But here, there the onus falls on religious institutions that we can't do that. But there's some, there's some, the people that go to religion, they go for security, to feel safe, and to be kind of like absolved of this responsibility for thinking for themselves. Sometimes people go for that. They go for healing. Okay, fine. If you want to go for that, fine. Okay. And then get healing, get comfort, but that's not all that it's there for. It's there to inspire you to act, but I think that's the temptation of religious leaders. People go to them to be coddled, to be, and then they want to feel safe from the outside, from what they perceive as the enemy. So then the church takes on this role of fighting against the enemy of the good people, and right there it's lost. Okay, right there, when we take on this expectation that we're fighting against some imaginary enemy or something, when it's just us. but they're all just people, just human drives, but if church leaders let their own personal ambition for growth supersede their spiritual directives, okay, then they lose. Then they lose the thinking element here, right? Okay. Modern men and women of intelligence evade the religion of Jesus because of their fears of what it will do to them and with them. And all such fears are well founded. Right, are well founded because of this religion of men is like that. They will try to dominate and tell people, because we've got a history, the church's history of executing scientists for showing that, okay, challenging religious ideas about the material world, and it's no business of religion to dabble in that. We don't, you know, um, it's true. Yeah, those fears are well founded. The religion of Jesus does indeed dominate and transform its believers. Okay, that's an altogether another reason, because if you look at this, if you start to really bring this, it does change you. I have been changed, but I've been changed for the better. I haven't been I've grown. Okay, I don't feel dominated. I feel like I can see. Right. Right. The religion of Jesus does indeed dominate and transform its believers, demanding that men dedicate their lives to seeking for a knowledge of the will of the Father in heaven, and requiring that the energies of living be consecrated to the unselfish service of the brotherhood of man. So basically, it demands from you that you be your best self, be your kindest, most generous, strongest self, and use your voice and your tools, your mind and your body, to for the uplifting of and service of humanity. Okay, well, that's what I wanted to begin with, but I didn't see I could do that or make a difference. Now I have to try. Selfish men and women simply will not pay such a price for even the greatest spiritual treasure ever offered to mortal man. Only when man has become sufficiently disillusioned by the sorrowful disappointments attendant upon the foolish and deceptive pursuits of selfishness, and subsequent to the discovery of the barrenness of formalized religion, will he be disposed to turn wholeheartedly to the gospel of the kingdom, the religion of Jesus of Nazareth. The world needs more first-hand religion. Even Christianity, the best of the religions of the 20th century, is not only a religion about Jesus, but it is so largely one which men experience secondhand. Right. They take their religion wholly as handed down by their accepted religious teachers, but it's not supposed to be like that. It's supposed to be your own experience, your own religious enlightenment. Read it yourself. Don't just listen to me, right? Read this and think about it, and think about what it's telling you that you can be, that you can do. And you'll find it out there in yourself, to go out there, put yourself out and make a difference for people, They take their religion wholly as handed down by their accepted religious teachers. What an awakening the world would experience if it could only see Jesus as he really lived on earth and know firsthand his life-giving teachings. Oh gosh. When I think about like me actually meeting Jesus, I'm like, okay, I don't know. I don't know what. I'd like to, but I think I'd pee my pants. I don't know. Okay, descriptive words of things beautiful cannot thrill like the sight thereof. Neither can creedal words inspire men's souls like the experience of knowing the presence of God. But expectant faith will ever keep the hope door of man's soul open for the entrance of the eternal spiritual realities of the divine values of the worlds beyond. So that's, for me, that's a lot of what this is about, is keeping hope alive, because before, I lived a long time without hope for this world or these people. Oh gosh, I don't want to describe for you the state of mind I was in for a long time. Misanthropic kind of begins to define it, I guess. Okay, Christianity has dared to lower its ideals before the challenge of human greed, war madness, and the lust for power, but the religion of Jesus stands as the unsullied and transcendental spiritual summons, calling to the best there is in man to rise above all these legacies of animal evolution and by grace attain the moral heights of true human destiny. So Christianity as we know it today is not the same thing as the religion of Jesus, and we are beginning to know the religion of Jesus here with this book. Christianity is threatened by slow death from formalism, over organization, intellectualism, and other non-spiritual and trends. The modern Christian church is not such a brotherhood of dynamic believers as Jesus commissioned continuously to effect the spiritual transformation of successive generations of mankind. Okay. Hopefully someday it can be what it was meant to be. So-called Christianity has become a social and cultural movement as well as a religious belief and practice. The stream of modern Christianity drains many an ancient pagan swamp and many a barbarian morass. Many old and cultural watersheds drain into this present-day cultural stream, as well as the high Galilean tablelands, which are supposed to be its exclusive source. Wow. Okay. So this is reforming even the source that it sprang from. We're draining. Yeah. So the modern Christianity is still good. It needs reform. We need to go back to the religion of Jesus. But all of this, remember here, what we're transforming through, it's all necessary steps. We need to move forward, but we can't forget where we've been and appreciate where we've been and be grateful for it. Okay. All right. I'm going to leave you there. Thank you for joining me today. Have a good one. Bye.